spilling the tea on second homes and their advantages. Beyond recreation, second homes can offer long-term profits, rental income, tax deductions, and a retirement head start. But before diving into all that, at what point does one usually think about this?
It can come to mind, I think most recently after being in quarantine, people are thinking, where can I go where I'm safe with family, that affords me a lot of the entertainment amenities while still being home. I think that's an ever-present in anyone's mind right now. Also, when you have a little bit of extra cash and you start thinking, I'd like to have fun with it, but I also should do something responsible and maybe consider investing. It can come at any point in time. Again, when you want to have some fun, when you have a little bit of extra cash, when you're thinking about how can I get started building my wealth through real estate.
So in terms of recreation, here in Las Vegas we have a lot of fun things like horses, golf, water, which a lot of people don't know about, and our mountains. So let's dive into those places we could find that.
Sure. So you like to ride horses.
Yes.
You could very much have a ranch in the northwest part of town near trails, hiking trails. Hiking and riding trails are actually available in the northwest. You could be in Mount Charleston where you could enjoy skiing, have a cabin, see wild horses, and have your own little barn in place. There's obviously the spaces in the south part of the valley, so we have Henderson, everything along the mountainside, same in the southwest. So really for equestrian, anywhere really where you have access to some land to be able to exercise your horse.
And so same thing in terms of golf. We have an insane amount of golf courses here, and you can find that all over the valley.
That's pretty much anywhere. You could throw a stone and hit a golf course. That would not be difficult at all. But
we have perfect golf weather.
We do have perfect golf weather, and depending on the community, there could be other amenities that you can compound with your golf. So for example, in Lake Las Vegas, all of the lake activities. Paddle boarding, beach access, very much a resort lifestyle. Depending on the country club community, there will obviously be tennis clubs, social activities. If you have children, daycare, pool, camp type of amenities, much like what you enjoyed growing up. Even communities like the lakes and desert shores, they have little man-made lakes, not for swimming, but enough to paddle boat and, have a little bit of time outside near the water.
Yeah, and then same thing with the mountains. There's definitely water access, hiking, trails, just a really pretty place to be. Especially if you like skiing during the winter, we do get snow, contrary to popular belief sometimes.
It seems to be happening more and more often now, but yeah.
But okay, so let's talk about the investment side. How can you make money off a second home?
Very much like you would on your primary home. It's a real estate investment. You want to pay a fair market value for it, and the investment should appreciate just like your home does. People who live in California own property in Las Vegas and vice versa. It's an asset that's going to appreciate based on demand. In addition to that, that's just by virtue of owning the property and time going by. But in addition to that, you could rent it out and have rental income. Let's say you're not going to be able to use your second home for the next winter. You can take a longer term rental. Or if you are going to use it on and off, maybe look into Airbnb or some sort of executive rental where you do shorter term periods. But it comes down to having a plan in mind, having an idea of what the running costs are, and that will better allow us to calculate what to expect. So you can budget smart.
Interesting. And so let's discuss some of those advantages I touched on. What, besides income and appreciation, do you get out of a second home?
Beyond the enjoyment, you can have a place to move when you retire. We have a lot of individuals who want to retire in Las Vegas, Nevada area because of all the tax advantages. So they'll often purchase something that they'll start enjoying as a second home, knowing that eventually this is where they'll fully move once their employment allows or something like that. Like I said, you can rent to others short term while you visit the home frequently. And it can also be an upgrade, right? You could buy something, fix it up, start renting it out until you get it to where you want it to be, and then you trade homes. Another way is fix and flip. Get something that needs a little bit of work, slowly invest in it, and then once you've reached that margin that you wanted to reach, sell it. That's fix and flip, basically.
So fully customizable. Basically, a second home offers you whatever you want, you can find it.
Yes. Yeah, it's all about having a good analysis of what your expectations are, how you're going to use it, what your appetite for risk, and the work that you want to do with it, how hands-on you want to be.
Right. So in terms of money, is this like something everyone should try? Is it scary? Should you be cautionary?
You should definitely be cautious. As with any investment, you want to gather as much information as you can, weigh the pros and cons, pull out your pencil, really take those calculations into consideration. How much you're going to buy, though, will depend on your personal situation. Maybe a condo is all you need.
Right.
No need to take on more headache if you don't have to have it. If you're going to use it for Thanksgiving with your family of 15, then yeah, maybe we consider something different. Again, I like someone to go into this investment with the eyes wide open, so I can't spend enough time saying we have to really look into how much cash it's going to be, not just to acquire it, but to maintain it in long term,
Right.
What that's going to look like.
Interesting. So basically a second home, just like buying a first home, is a long-term sort of thing. You have to really consider it strongly, you have to think about it, contact the right people. You just need to make a strategic move, but it's definitely realistic to do.
It's definitely
feasible.
attaining.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. There's financing available with as little as 10% down. If it's an upgrade, like we said, it could be something that you start fixing up for you to move up to. It could be with as little as 5% down. So depending on what you're buying, whether it's a condo or even multifamily apartments, the down payment requirements can change. So I would say if it's a thought in the back of your mind, let's have a conversation. It's at no cost. And we can analyze what you want to do, how much money you have, what to expect, and start coming up with a plan.
Well, good to know. So if you're looking for a second home, 2 is always better than 1. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.